Well, I know that, sir. But think of the disastrous effects that this might have on the morale of the American teenager. No, I'm not suggesting that he doesn't want to go to the army. It's just that, well, it seemed to me that, well, I thought that 2 weeks from today, at the induction center, he'll be there. Oh, Rosie, thank God you've come. This is the end of the Alamelu Music Corporation. Conrad Birdie's going into the army.
And your faithful secretary is hereby submitting her resignation.
What?
I just dropped in to say goodbye, Albert. Darling, best of luck.
Rosie, no, you can't. Not today of all days. Oh, where are those pills? The little white ones that I take when I'm overwrought.
Here.
Not so much. Break it in half.
Albert, you're 33 years old. You can take a whole aspirin.
I am not 33 years old. I am a long way from 33 years old. I won't be 33 till tomorrow. Water.
It's no use, Albert. My mind's made up. I've been with Almelu for 8 years now, and as you well know, I've been a lot more than a secretary to you.
Rose, those were moments of madness.
Well, between those moments of madness and the office, I put in a good 90-hour week.
I get it. You want a raise.
Wrong. You know what I want.
Rose, if you're referring to anything of a more personal nature between you and me, I'm just not ready for that. Besides, there are religious differences.
Spanish is not a religion.
And if it's part of the company that you're after, the answer to that is no as well. Alamelu is me, Mama, and Lou. And any change in it would kill that poor old woman who bore me.
Nothing could kill your mother, Albert, except maybe a silver bullet.
And I wouldn't drop Lou either. He loved you.
I loved Lou too. He was warm, he was loyal, he was lovable. But he died 6 years ago. And besides, he was a dog, a wire-haired terrier. Anyhow, I'm not after a part of the company. This is much more important. Conrad Birdie's going into the army. I've quit. There's nothing you can do except sell your business, go back to college, and get your...
Rose! I am up to my ears in debt. Conrad's got a $50,000 guarantee, which I just can't pay. And I've just taken a severe overdose of aspirin.
Albert, this may be your last chance to go back to college and become an English teacher.
Rose, listen to me. I'll make a deal with you. Stay with me, help me get through this situation, and I promise you, as soon as I'm out of the red, I'll dissolve the company and return to the academic life.
Albert, you're on.
Oh, it might take a while, but I'm sure that at least by 73 or 74, well, what's that?
McAfee. Kim McAfee. Age 15, president and recording secretary of Conrad Birdie Fan Club number 2748 of Sweet Apple, Ohio. Mary, would you get me Sweet Apple, Ohio? The number is capital 78820, and call me right back.
Hold on, wait a minute. What's going on here, and who's this Kim whatever her name is?
Kim McAfee, Albert. It's what's going to send you back to college with the biggest hit this business has ever seen. It's called One Last Kiss.
I've never heard of it.
You haven't written it yet. But when you do, and when that one last kiss is from Conrad Birdie, on the way into the big cold army for 2 long years, and when that one last kiss is to a girl chosen at random from 1,200,000 hysterical teenagers, it'll make Mr. Birdie the biggest soldier since Joan of Arc.
I'm beginning to see it. We cut the record here in New York.
Take Conrad to Sweet Apple.
Let him kiss the kid.
And release the record. Albert, you'll have enough money to stay in college the rest of your life.
Oh, Rose, this is wonderful. And I promise you, as soon as we're done with this, it'll be just you and me, in perfect bliss. I'll get a job teaching English and... Wait, bliss! Kiss! It rhymes. I wonder if anyone's ever used it before. Oh, what difference does it make? Oh, one last kiss! It gives me so much bliss. What is your dentrifice?
Yes? All of the lines are busy? What could possibly be going on in Sweet Apple, Ohio?
Tell me quick about who's always him. speak to Penelope and Penelope about the prom. Saturday.
I can talk to you now. Going steady. Going steady. It won't last. Not at all. He's too thin. She's too tall.
Hello, Mrs. Miller. This is Harvey Johnson. Can I speak to Deborah Sue?
Did they really get pins? I was hoping they would. Now they're living out last. Going steady for good.
Trying to tear you home from school yet.
Did they really get pins? Going steady. I was hoping they would. Going steady. Now they're living out last. Going steady. Going steady for good. You gotta go. That's the way to go. When they got you hooked, then you're really cooked. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, I heard they got pins. I was hoping they would. Now they're living out last. Going steady for good. Going steady. Going steady. Going steady. Steady for good. Going steady. Going steady. Going steady. Oh, yeah! Kim McAfee, what do you mean you're resigning from the fan club? I mean, just because Hugo Peabody gave you his pin doesn't mean you need to retire from all social life. Going steady is very important, but some things are more important than very important, and the Conrad Birdie fan club is one of them.
I'm sorry, Ursula, but my mind's made up. Of course, I'll still play his records, but things like the Pledge and the Conrad Birdie Scream are past me now.
You're giving up on the scream? You mean when Conrad Birdie sings on television, you're not going to go, ah! Oh, Kim, I mean, after all, are you sure? Are you absolutely sure?
Positive. After all, I'm 15 years old, and it's time I settled down. When you're a skinny child of 14, wired with braces from year to year, you doubt that you could ever be appealing. Then, hallelujah, you're 15 and the braces disappear, and your skin is smooth and clear, and you have that happy grown-up female feeling. How lovely to be a woman, the wage was well worthwhile. How lovely to wear mascara and smile, a woman to smile. How lovely to have a figure that's round instead of flat. Whenever you hear boys whistle, you're what they're whistling at. How lovely to be so grown up and free. How lovely to be a woman like me. Come on.
Kim, there's a call for you. The operator says she's been trying to get through for nearly 3/4 of an hour.
Thank you, Doris. I'll take it down here.
She said the call was long distance, and I can't imagine who. What did you say?
I said, thank you, Doris. There's no need to look so upset. It's modern to call her mother by her first name. It makes the mother and daughter more like pals.
And your father?
Oh, I'll call him Harry, naturally. By the way, I think Harry took the news about Hugo and I awfully well. Don't you think, Doris? Yes, this is she. I'll wait. Coming here to kiss me? Doris? Mother! Mommy!
Baby, what is it? What's wrong?
It's Conrad Birdie, Mommy! He's going to kiss me! That's nice, dear. Now you just put your head down on Mommy's shoulder.
You don't understand. Conrad Birdie is coming here to Sweet Apple to kiss me goodbye.
I never thought I'd say it, but God bless Conrad Birdie.
We love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Conrad. And we'll be true. When you're not with us, we're blue. Oh, Conrad, we love you. Oh, yes, we do.
Hi, girls. Sorry I'm late. Now, let's go over the Birdie song once more before we go down to the train station.
We love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Conrad.
Wait, stop. Little girl, you can sing with us if you want. What's the matter with her?
Oh, she's just sad because Conrad's going to the army and she'll be too old for him when he gets out.
I think she still has a few good years left. Look, why don't you all go down to track 2 and I'll meet you there? Hi, I'm Albert Peterson, Conrad's manager. Look, come on, don't be that sad. Things can't be that dark. Smile. Little girl, this is an adult speaking. I order you to smile. Please? Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face. Wipe off that gloomy mask of tragedy. It's not your style. You'll look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile. I knew a girl so gloomy, she'd never laugh or sing. She wouldn't listen to me, now she's a mean old thing. So spread sunshine all over the place. Just put on a happy face.
Albert, just take your briefcase and go down to the train station before any of the reporters talk to Conrad alone. You know what happened last time.
No, Rose, you hold on to it. I've got to wait here for Mama.
Speaking of your mother, Albert, have you told her about dissolving Alme Lou?
I couldn't, Rosie. Yesterday was the anniversary
Of what?
of Lou. 6 years ago, he was hit on 181st Street and Broadway by a loaded milk truck. Do you suppose that's Mama? Mama, what's the matter?
Nothing, darling. I'm just a little verklempt from the subway.
Mama, I told you to take a taxi.
Taxi? What are taxis? I can say my taxi for my successful son. A mother can take the subway for 4 people. Wouldn't give you a seat if her life depended on it. Nowadays, a mother is lower than dirt. All right, here's the money that I saved from not taking the taxi. Buy yourself some candy with it. Who is this?
Oh, Mother, you know Rose Alvarez from the office?
This is Rose Alvarez? Pretty Rose Alvarez? Rose, what happened to you? You got a sudden shock or something?
Excuse me, Albert, but I think I'll go see if
By
Conrad.
all means, Miss Alvarez. Look at her sunny. Look how nice she looks. It's no wonder that some older man doesn't just come and snatch her off. A personal matron with brains and a few dollars. What a cat she'd be for a convalescent. Goodbye, Rose.
Goodbye, May.
Call me Mrs. Peterson.
Mama, maybe you'd better sit down. What I wanted to discuss with you is sort of about Rose.
Oh, but I know my sonny boy. He loves his mama, and he wouldn't want to say anything to break her heart.
Well, it's about Lou as well.
Lou, where are you, Lou? Struck down by a beverage I faithfully consumed for 32 years. Where are you? What about Lou?
Well, it's just that Rose thinks, and I agree, that maybe I should give up. Mama, what's the matter?
Nothing. You killed me, that's all. Lou, I'm coming. I'm on my way up.
Mama,
Oh,
you don't understand. It's just that Rose thought, I thought, duh. Look, Mama, here's the money. Take a cab home. The subways are too crowded.
Nothing's too crowded for our mother. I'll take the IRT. That's the worst subway. Oh, wait, how many blocks is it after all? Only 107. I'll walk. Take care, Sonny. Wear your heavy coat. Be careful before crossing the street. Wear your money on your inside pockets. Wear your rubbers. And eat a hot lunch.
Albert, I thought you were going to break it to her gently.
Well, as a matter of fact, Rose, I didn't tell her at all.
You mean you didn't?
Well, Rose, come on. We got to go to Conrad. We can't let him talk to those reporters alone.
But Albert, you promised me.
Later, Rosie. Conrad needs me. Later.
Conrad Birdie, welcome to Sweet Apple. Before we escort you to the town hall where the mayor himself is waiting, we would like to introduce you to the girl whom you have decided to bestow your final kiss upon, and who will now be leading us in the reciting of the Conrad Birdie Pledge, Kim McAfee.
I, Kim, being of sound mind and body,
do
hereby promise to be loyal, courteous, steadfast, and true to Conrad Birdie, the United States of America, both indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Kim, wait. Before you go, can I talk to you for a minute?
Right now, couldn't it wait? I'm in an awful hurry.
I don't know, Kim. It's important.
Hugo Peabody, what is so important that you have to talk to her right now?
What's so important? I'll tell you what's so important. The day after I give her my pin, she goes around kissing someone else. I want you to know I'm quite upset about this. I've already had several headaches and a nosebleed.
Why, Hugo, I believe you're actually jealous of Conrad Birdie.
Jealous? I'm the opposite of jealous. I'm very jealous, and I have every right to be. Kim's my steady.
That's just it, Hugo. I'm your steady. Oh, I may admire Conrad Birdie as one admires a far distant and unattainable ideal, but I'm pinned to you, and I don't care how common and ordinary you are. That's how I'm going to stay.
You're not just saying that to make me feel better.
I mean every word of it, Hugo. Conrad Birdie is just a fling. A steady is forever. One boy, one special boy, one boy to go with, to talk with, and walk with. One boy, that's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be.
One boy, one certain boy, one boy to laugh with, to joke with, have coke with. One boy, not two or three. One day you find out this is what life is all about. You need someone who is living just for you. One boy, one steady boy, one boy to be with forever and ever. One boy, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
Oh, Kim, I feel so much better now. And thoughts of a nosebleed have utterly vanished.
You are silly to worry, Hugo. Conrad Birdie may be a great public figure, but he doesn't make me all dizzy and faint when I think of him. Only my steady does that. Why, even when I say his name, I don't feel a thing. Listen, Conrad Birdie. Conrad Birdie. Conrad Birdie.
The boy she loves is the boy who makes her dizzy and almost faint. And you hear that? That boy's me.
was just thinking of you, Albert.
Never mind thinking of me. My speech, where is it?
In the briefcase.
Good. You hang on to it. The mayor's almost done talking. Come on.
That's the way it should be.
And so, it is with great pride and prejudice I present this key to you, Conrad Birdie.
He said it! He said the name!
What happened? All I said was Conrad Birdie. If you girls don't stop this, I won't be able to finish my speech.
Who cares about your speech? We want to hear from Conrad! Yeah! Speak to us, O beautiful one! Tell us how you make that glorious sound that even now, in anticipation of it, has reduced me to a panting, snarling, raging jungle beast!
You gotta be sincere. You gotta feel it here. 'Cause if you feel it here, well then you're gonna be honestly sincere. If what you feel is true, really feel it you, make them feel it too. Write this down now, you gotta be sincere, honestly sincere, then you're gonna be sincere. If you're really sincere, if you're really sincere, if you feel it in here, then it's gonna be right. Oh baby, oh honey, hug me, suffer. We gonna be sincere, we gonna be sincere.
Yeah!
We gonna be sincere, we gonna be sincere.
Yeah!
Oh, my baby, oh yeah. Oh, my baby, oh yeah.
Anyway, doesn't seem that great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mr. McAfee, I hope you won't mind keeping off the phone for a few minutes. We're expecting a long-distance call from New York.
Perfectly all right. I'll go out and burn Rome.
Mommy, what's wrong?
Nothing, dear. Your father's just excited about Conrad's being here, that's all. He's coming! He's coming!
He's coming! I'll get the eggs. Mother, you get the kids.
Here we are, Kim! Here he is!
Call me for lunch. Hey, Fats.
Doris, listen here about that boy.
Please, Harry, he's just shy.
I don't care who's here. No ill-mannered loud is
Mr.
going
and Mrs. McAfee. Kim, Randolph, is this the way you want 75 million Americans to see you?
What are you on about?
You're going to be on television with Conrad.
Television?
Yes, I just got the confirmation from New York. From Ed Sullivan himself.
Ed Sullivan. You mean we're going to be on the Ed Sullivan show?
Yes, they're going to cut in on Sweet Apple this Sunday night at 8:05, and you're all going to be on it. And that's why I beg you to please put aside your petty differences. To the great audience out there, you're an example of the American dream come true. And for the world's sake, Mr. McAfee, don't destroy that dream.
Me on Ed Sullivan.
Rose, I want to tell you that I'm very glad that you and me and I are out here together. Being away from New York, Rose, has made me see things in a whole different light. And I want you to know that I wrote to Mama and I told her that no matter what, I'm dissolving Al Melu.
Albert, you didn't.
Yes, I did. And I wrote her the day we left, which gives her 3 days and 3 nights to respond. And so far, not a word, which, if you ask me, means that she's accepted the whole thing by now.
3 days and 3 nights on a trailways bus. I'm only a mother, and for a mother, a trailways bus is good enough.
Mama, what are you doing here?
A woman gets a letter, obviously written under the influence of drugs, and you think she wouldn't come. Dear Mom, this is to let you know that Almay Lou is dissolved. Your friend, Albert. Almay Lou is dissolved. Dissolve me. What am I? The sick old woman who can't last a night?
Mama,
I just want a simple stone with one word carved on it. Albert's mother. And don't hire a limousine to get me to the final resting place. I'll walk. What is this? Is this kind of a joke? So you can replace me with that Rose?
Mama, Rose is right here.
This is Rose Alvarez? Oh. She looks like Margot when they took her out of Shangri-La. By all means, Albert, send her back to Tibet.
I could kill him. Just kill him.
Excuse me, Miss Alvarez. Have you seen Kim McAfee anywhere? I want her to know that she's not going to that Ed Sullivan show tonight. If she does, I'll... Miss Alvarez, it's Hugo Peabody. Are you okay? Can I do anything for you?
Actually, Hugo, I think you can.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the Ed Sullivan Show. As you know, in just about 14 hours, one of show business' brightest stars is going off to play a very special engagement. And tonight, before he goes, he wants to leave a certain young lucky lady with one last kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, we take you to Sweet Apple, Ohio, where a typical American family, Mr. and Mrs. Harry McAfee, and their children Randolph and Kim are gathered to bid a farewell to a typical American soldier, Conrad Birdie.
One last kiss, oh give me one last kiss. It never felt like this, no never felt like this. You know I need your love. Oh, 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 oh give me one last kiss. Oh one more time, oh baby one more time. It really is sublime, oh honey so sublime. You know I need your love. Oh, 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 oh give me one last kiss. Brace yourself, chick.
Brace yourself, Conrad Birdie.
Hugo, you hit him!
He deserved it. He was a thief of love.
I demand to know who is responsible for this.
I am, Albert.
Rosie!
Sort of a farewell present to you.
Rosie, no, you can't go. You can't leave me here alone.
You're not alone, Albert. You're on television.
Great skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy, yeah.
Jersey.
From now on, it's just going to be me, Rosie on the town, singing, dancing, having a ball, making up for 8 years of being in love with the mama clutching, aspirin splitting, 6-foot tower of jello.
Don't be upset, Miss Alvarez. All men can't be like that.
Every single one of them, except maybe Albert Schweitzer, and I'm not his type. They're all the same, from puberty to senility, from Benedict Arnold to Mussolini, egotistical, selfish human beasts.
Then what are we poor women to do, Miss Alvarez?
Use them, let them be our playthings while we live. Mix the potion full to the brim and drain it to the dregs. Sip from the cup of life. How do you like them apples, Mr. Peterson?
Hugo F. Peabody.
Huh?
Hugo, what did I ever see in him? Why, he's as bad as Mr. Peterson, maybe even worse. Miss Alvarez, I'm coming with you.
Kim, don't be ridiculous. You're only 15.
Juliet was 14 when she left home.
And look what happened to her. Now, why don't you go have some milk and cookies and go to bed like a...
It's too late for cookies, Miss Alvarez. I want to live. We'll sip the dregs together and sip from the hearty brimming cup. We'll live.
I need to go to bed. Now leave me alone. For the last time, Albert, I don't need to go to bed. Now leave me alone.
Conrad, be reasonable. You've just suffered a severe shock and, aha, there she is. The traitor who stabbed me in my heart while my back was turned.
Get out of my way, Albert.
Be careful, honey, she may be armed.
It's okay, Mama. I can handle her on my own. You take Conrad upstairs and make sure that he gets into bed.
Albert, would you please let me by? I'm going on the town tonight and I don't want to waste another minute.
Not until I've had my say, Rose. I want you to know that thanks to Mama's quick thinking, the kiss will still take place tomorrow at the train station, right before Conrad leaves. And that means that you've failed, as anyone must, who tries to buck Al Peterson, one of the giants, the titans, the King Kongs of the music industry.
Get out of my way, you deaf-rock English teacher.
Rosie, no! Please come back! Rosie, this is King Kong calling. Rosie, I need you! Please come back, Rosie, please! Oh, and I don't care how much you plead and beg, Miss Alvarez. You're through here at Almay-Lou. Not only do I accept your resignation, but furthermore, you're fired. And just remember one more thing, Miss Alvarez. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me, you big ugly rat.
Wait for me!
Where do you think you're going, young lady?
With Miss Alvarez to drain deep the dregs and sip from the hearty brimming cup.
Upstairs.
But Daddy...
Upstairs. Did you hear me? Upstairs.
Miss Alvarez was right. All men are the same, from puberty to Mussolini.
Excuse me? You dare say puberty in front of your own father? Not to mention Mussolini. Doris, we failed as parents. I never asked much of my children. Just respect. A little respect. But did I get any respect? I did not get respect. I got no respect.
I respect you, Pa.
I don't want your respect. What good is respect from a child? Doris, take me upstairs. I'm not a well man. Certain words I didn't want to hear in this household. Puberty was the first, Mussolini was the second, and respect was the third.
Sonny boy, where are you going?
Nowhere's, Mom. It's just stuffy in here. So I thought that, Mom, I'm going out to look for Rosie. I love her, and I want her back.
Is that all? I thought it was something serious.
Mom, I've had enough of this.
Oh, you're right. I should go help you find her, but I should give you a message from Conrad first.
What message?
Oh, nothing. It's just that Conrad's going out tonight. He doesn't think he'll be back in time to kiss Kim tomorrow.
Mama, why didn't you tell me this earlier?
I'm sorry, Sonny, but you kept bringing up a certain party from the south of the border.
Ugh, Conrad, I don't know what's wrong with him. He knows how much this means to me. Conrad!
Take it easy, I'm coming. And before you start hollering, I want you to know I made up my mind. I'm tired of waking up 9 every morning, having people watch me when I eat, and letting kids poke me in the eye. I want to have some fun. I'm going out, meet some young chicks. Don't you understand, Albert? I'm tense.
But
now wait a minute, buddy boy. It's my last night before I go into the army. I'm going out.
you can't go out without my permission. It says so in the contract. Mama, can you go get the contract? Wait, no, it's in my... Never mind. I'll get it myself. You stay right here. Stay right there.
my chicks just ripe for some kissing. I mean, to kiss me a few. And those chicks don't know what they're missing. I've got a lot of living to do. Sizzling steaks, all ready for tasting. There's Cadillacs, all shiny and new. Gotta move, 'cause time is a wasting. There's such a lot of living to do.
There are men of 19 or 20 who are suave and reckless and true. Older men who give a girl plenty. There's such a lot of living to do.
There's music to play, places to go, people to see. Everything for you and me. Hey, you kids live here, don't you?
Yes, Mr. Birdie.
What's the lowdown on this sound?
Beautiful Ohio started in 1852 by Jeremiah.
I mean, what do you do here when you want to have a ball?
Well, there's a church basement and a sweet shop, and the older kids go to the ice house.
What's there?
I don't know. Ice, I guess.
It just so happens, Mr. Birdie, that the ice house where people go when they want to be alone.
Hey, ain't you that chick I was supposed to kiss?
I'm not a chick. I'm a fully grown woman and I insist on being treated as such. In fact, that's why I left home.
Now you're talking, chick. Let's go. We got things to do. The ball.
If only you know it, and it's all just waiting for you. You're alive,
So come on and show it. There's such a lot of living. Such a lot of living.
such a lot of
Living to do.
Kim, come back, Kim.
Kim, where are you, Kim? Have you seen Kim?
Don't ask me. Ask Conrad Birdie.
What are you talking about?
They're off doing moonlight swims, motorboat races, loop-the-loops. I'm gonna do the only sensible thing I can do. Drink myself to death.
Moonlight swims, motorboat races, loop-the-loop. Doris, get my gun!
Mr. McAfee, have you seen Conrad?
No, but I intend to. So if you have a message for him, I'll be glad to deliver it right as soon as I shoot him.
Shoot him? Ugh, I've got to find Rosie.
Dear, what are you talking about? You don't have a gun.
The Daisy Bolt airbolt rifle in the garage. Get that?
That's mine.
You shut up. I wonder where I can buy BBs this late at night.
Anyway, it's broken, dear.
Then get me the bow and arrow with the suction cup tips. I bought you last Christmas. Oh. My daughter's run off to loop the loop with a fiend. Get me a water gun. Kids, I don't know what's wrong with these kids today. Kids, you can understand anything they say. Kids, they're disobedient, disrespectful loaves, noisy, crazy, sloppy, lazy, loafers. And while we're on the subject, kids, you can talk and talk till your face is blue. Kids, but they still just do what they want to do. Why can't they be like we were, perfect in every way? What's the matter with kids today?
bourbon, scotch on the side, no ice, and a cherry on it. Make that 2 cherries. Alvarez is the name, but I want you to call me Spanish Rose. Hola, senor.
Spanish Rose,
See?
get out.
Now wait a minute. I am an American citizen. It is my constitutional right to have a drink here if I so choose, and get loaded here if I so choose, and do a manner of wild and trashy things here if I so choose. This is Spanish Rose's coming out party, and when I say coming out, I mean coming out.
That means there's a man involved.
No, a mama's boy, and she hates me.
Mama's boys, mamas always do. What's the problem?
She thinks I'm too Spanish for him. Boy, would I ever show her Spanish if I married the little mouse.
Hello, this is Albert J. Peterson speaking. Is Rose Alvarez there? Who? Wait a minute. I think I hear her voice. Could you put her on, please?
Oh, wait, hold the wire. Hey, Fidel Castro, there's some, guy named Peterson wants to talk to you.
You tell that weaselly little rat that I'm not here.
That proves she's her. Who else would know I'm a weaselly little rat?
What?
Rose, I've got to talk to you. It's about Conrad.
And even if I were this Rose, which I am not, the only thing that would absolutely ever make me hang up is the mention of anybody named Conrad.
No, Rose, don't hang up. Please, I won't mention Conrad. We'll talk about anything. Just you and me, you and I. Rose, please. Rose, are you alone?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm out with friends. See you later, boys.
See you later, boys. Rose, you've got to help me find Conrad.
Albert, this is the new me. From now on, the sky's the limit. Parties, balls, dances.
Miss Alvarez, I have a favor to ask you. Can you go inside and get me some grain alcohol?
Not for $1 million.
My whole world is collapsing before me. I can't get a drink, and my Kim's gone off with Conrad to the ice house.
Kim and Conrad? Albert, I've got to phone Albert. Hugo, you stay right here.
Here it is, Maud's roadside retreat. I'm coming, Rose. Hurry, Mama.
I don't know why we're running around looking for someone we better not to find in the first place. If you listen to me, sonny boy, you go home, have a nice cup of possum, and go to bed.
Mama, I've told you already. I'm not coming home until I find Rosie. If you want to go back, that's okay with me. As a matter of fact, that's not such a bad idea. Why don't you go home, Mama?
What did you say, sweetheart, darling?
I said, why don't you go home, Mama?
Would you mind repeating that, please, sunshine of my existence?
I said go home, Mama. I don't need you any longer.
So it's come at last. The day I knew would come at least has come at last. My sonny boy doesn't need me any longer. So, what are you gonna do with me? Throw me in the garbage? Put me out with the used grapefruits and the empty cans of tuna fish, and never mind putting a lid on it, so 1,000 pussycats can walk all over our mother.
Mama.
That's it. Don't spend a cent. Fancy funerals are for rich people. Just wrap me in a flag and throw me in the river on Mother's Day.
Mama, are you finished?
Yes, sonny boy.
Good night, Mama.
Good night, sonny boy.
My name's not Sonny Boy.
You're just like your father. You'd marry anything.
Mr. Peterson, have you seen Conrad and Kim?
Well, Mr. McAfee, first of all, what a pleasure it is to see you. Second of all, I must inform you that unfortunately, Conrad's affairs no longer interest me. I am currently looking for Miss Alvarez to tell her that... Wait, did you say Conrad and Kim?
They've run off together.
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
Doris, Harry, have either of you seen Ursula?
Ursula?
Is she missing too? I haven't seen her since 10 and I've looked everywhere.
Oh, they're probably down at the drugstore. Maybe having one of those gang wars.
Gang wars?
Hi, everybody. Good old Hugo Peabody. Oh, God.
Hugo Peabody, what have you been drinking?
Milk. But it worked. Anyhow, I've got every right to be drunk. My Kim's gone off with Conrad Birdie
To the movies! Yeah, to the movies. Great double bill tonight. Flying down to Rio and Greed. Always remember that great cast. Dolores Del Rio.
And Gene Raymond.
Albert,
Rosie, thank God you've come. I've been looking for you all night. I have wonderful news for you, Rosie. I told Mama goodbye. I'm a changed man, Rosie, a world leader.
Kim and Conrad have gone to the ice house.
The ice house?
The ice house? Doors, call the mounted police. Call Mr. Keene, tracer of lost persons. Call the Shadow. Look him up under Lamont Craston.
Well, here we are, Conrad. This is the ice house. Fun, isn't it? Of course, when you've been here as many times as I have, I've been here with practically everybody. You know, Ursula, Deborah Sue, the Girl Scouts. You're trembling. Is it because you're a few years younger than I am? I hope that doesn't make you uncomfortable. You know, I'm 27 or 28, one of the two. So I really know the score. I even know some of the words. Connubial, primarial, jailbait.
There you are, sensuous one. We've been looking for you everywhere.
That's great. Now out of the way. I'm late.
But you don't understand. We're coming with you. You said it yourself. We got a lot of living to do.
Now wait a minute.
We'll never go home again. We'll follow you to the ends of the earth. Moonlight slams. Motorboat races. We've got a
Lot of living, such a lot of living, such a lot of
living to do.
Conrad, what's going on here?
There he is. Arrested depraved brute. Well, what have you got to say for yourself, Mr. Birdie?
Thank God you're here.
Hi, everybody. Good old Hugo Peabody again.
Hugo, darling, thank God you're here. You don't understand the humiliation I was forced to suffer.
That's all I need to hear. Take him away.
You're going in the slammer.
Mr. McAfee, I demand that you release that boy. Do you hear me, Mr. McAfee? This is Albert J. Peterson speaking.
Albert, look, let me take this from here. Why don't you go back to the house and I'll go to the courthouse and try talking to the mayor.
No, Rose, you don't understand. I am a changed man. I told Mama goodbye.
Albert, you didn't.
Oh, but I did. And the new Albert is going down to the courthouse right now to deal with the mayor. And I'd really appreciate it if you met me down at the train station tomorrow at 6:30 in the morning, where I intend to be there with Conrad. And did I mention that I love you?
Not yet, Albert.
But I do. Conrad!
It's gonna be such a wonderful life. I'm gonna be Mrs. Peterson. Mrs. Albert Peterson. Mrs. Phi Beta Kappa Peterson. Oh, Rosie, nothing can stop you now. Hello, May.
Do you have enough time for a heart-to-heart with an old friend?
I'll always have time to talk with the woman who tomorrow evening I'll be able to call.
Oh, don't say it.
I'll be able to call Mother.
Oh, the cruelest word I ever heard. To believe I lived to see the day I had relatives in El Salvador.
Not to mention Brazil, Chile, Paraguay, Uruguay, and Chichiconstanago. Also, once I marry Albert, I'm going to stick a rose in my mouth, sit on my adobe hut on West Park Ave, and sell tortillas. Adios, Mama.
Adios, Rosita.
Call me Mrs. Peterson.
There's no one here. Come on. Shut up and get on that train. It took every cent I had to bail you out of that jail last night, and I don't want you to be seen till we're out of the state. Now get aboard.
Now wait a minute, buddy boy. You saved my life, and whether you pay me no guarantee or not, you have a guarantee that you're on contract for life.
Conrad, what are you talking about?
Here's a blank piece of paper I signed, Albert. Write whatever you want on it.
Hello, Albert.
Mama.
This is just come and say goodbye. Don't worry about the coat. You'll have 3 mink soles as soon as this train passes over me.
Mama, I don't have time for any of this nonsense. Just get up and get on the train.
Mr. Peterson, I demand to know what you've done with Mr. Birdie. He's not in that jail.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen him since last night. I just came here to say goodbye to Rosie.
Mr. Peterson?
Now, there's no point in getting excited here. After all, there's no real harm done. Tim and Hugo are back together again. In fact, the sweetest thing happened this morning. He proposed to her and she accepted him.
Ah!
What's wrong?
My life is over. I'll sell the house and go into a home.
All aboard.
Albert, the train is leaving. Get on.
Bye, Conrad.
Albert!
Bye, Mama.
We love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Conrad, and we'll be true. When you're not with us, we're blue. Oh, Conrad, we love you. Oh, yes, we do.
Albert, don't leave me.
Well, here I am, Albert. 6:30 on the button. Where's the train?
Train, Rosie. Left at 6:25.
But Albert, you told me to be here
With Mama
at 6:30. I remember.
and
because
Conrad.
You wanted us to miss that train, Albert.
Well, it stands to reason, Rosie. Why take a train back to New York when you've got tickets to Pumpkin Falls, Iowa?
What's in Pumpkin Falls, Iowa?
Well, Rosie, I'm glad you asked. As a matter of fact, a position recently opened up in the teaching department of Pumpkin Falls Junior High School. I read about it in this morning's paper. They're looking for someone who can teach domestic sciences and English. And I hope you brought your papers, Rosie, because they prefer that the applicant be married.
Oh, Albert.
Rosie! Did anyone ever tell you that that's the most beautiful name in the world? Never crazy for flowers. I confess that nothing left me colder. I could watch a daisy for hours, yet all I'd feel was several hours older. But now my life is rosy.
Happy, I know.
Since I found my
Oh, to remember you will
Rosie,
go.
with a girl like Rosie, how could I be blue?
Hand in hand we'll mosey.
Gee, how lit I'll be
I will be your
when you are
Rosie.
cozy with me
We could be so cozy
by a fire built for two. Oh, I once heard a poem that goes, a rose is a rose is a rose. Well, I don't agree, take it from me. There's one rose sweeter than any that grows, and that's my Rosie. I'm so glad you chose me. Life is one sweet, beautiful song. When love is right, then what could be wrong? Life is one sweet, beautiful song to me.
Wow. That was amazing. It's always a really weird feeling when you see it all come together like that.